Eagles fan, take a deep breath because I know this Monday has been tough. Losing to the Dallas Cowboys is bad on any day of the week, but losing after giving up a historic comeback after being up 21-0 is the kind of loss that leaves a bitter taste for days. Unfortunately, I am here to tell you that the final score was not the worst thing that happened in that stadium, because the news that just came in is what could really compromise the rest of our season. Our rookie sensation safety, Andrew Mukuba, is out of action and the situation is serious. According to confirmed reports from ESPN, Mukuba fractured his ankle during the game. The initial indication is that he will need surgery and his season is in jeopardy, meaning there is a real chance we will not see him on the field again this year. For a defense that was already struggling, losing a starter of this caliber is a cold shower. What makes everything more tragic is the moment this happened, because there was less than 1 minute left in the game. The score was practically set, the team was already mentally defeated, and in an attempt to stop receiver George Pickens, Mukuba ended up getting the worst of it. It is that old Murphy's Law that anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So we left Dallas without the win, and without one of our biggest prospects. Maybe those looking from the outside do not understand the size of the problem, but you who follow the games know that Mukuba was not playing like a rookie. He was a second-round pick who came in and took over the position. Out of 11 games this season, he started 10 of them. The kid already had nearly 50 tackles and 2 interceptions, and he was the security blanket that if the front line failed, there was someone back there to solve it. To get a sense of how much we are going to miss him, let us go back just a little bit in time to Week 2 during the game against the Chiefs, the Super Bowl rematch. The game was tight. Travis Kelce was close to scoring the go-ahead touchdown, and who showed up but Mukuba? He plucked the ball out of the air and returned it 41 yards, and that play guaranteed our victory. It is this type of playmaker, a player who decides games, that we have just lost. Now, if it were just Mukuba, we could try to stay optimistic, but the injury bug has hit the Philadelphia secondary hard. In the same game against the Cowboys, we had more casualties because Reed Blankenship left with a thigh injury and Adoree Jackson suffered a concussion. In other words, in a single night, the backbone of our pass defense was dismantled, so the defensive coordinator is going to have to work magic to put a team together this week. And all this is happening at a time when the atmosphere in the locker room seems terrible because the news reports openly speak of internal fighting and drama. The team has a good record of 8 wins and 3 losses, but the feeling is one of crisis. Allowing the largest comeback in the history of the Dallas Cowboys franchise poured gasoline on the fire, so confidence is shaken and now the roster is physically broken. To top off the list of problems, the NFL shows no mercy, and we do not have time to lick our wounds. The next game is this Friday on Black Friday against the Chicago Bears. And guess what? Because they are also 8-3. It is a short week with fewer days to rest, fewer days to train the backups who will have to be thrown into the fire, and against an opponent that is flying high. Who is left to play well? We will likely see more of Michael Carter II, and we will have to pull guys from the practice squad. It is time to truly test the depth of this roster. The front office did a great job in the draft, bringing in ready-made defenders, but now we will see if they got the replacements right too. The situation is critical, Eagles Nation. We lost the game, we lost morale, and we lost key players. My question for you today is, do you trust that the backups can hold off the Bears offense on Friday, or should we prepare for another painful loss? Leave your honest opinion here in the comments and subscribe to the channel so we can follow this drama together. I will be back as soon as we have more updates on Mukuba's surgery. Until then.